Welcome to Teacher Technology Tutorial with Jason Soliskar. Hello, my name is Jason Soliskar. In this tutorial, we're going to talk about getting to know your iPad. We're going to talk about how we navigate in our search. We have multiple apps on our iPad, so how do we find the right one, including the ones we have in our folders. This is a quick way to find those apps or other items that are on our iPad through the search. General settings. We're going to walk through the general settings and fine-tune our iPad in a way that is the way we like it as far as how we want to create our workflows in the general settings. And just simple navigation through our iPad. So let's go ahead and let's get started playing with our iPad. So here we are with our iPad. This is the front page or the first page of the apps that I have. You have messages, calendar, notes, reminders, maps, YouTube videos. The first ones you see there, even contacts, are the ones that come with your iPad. So as soon as you open up your box, you start up your iPad, those apps are already on there, including iTunes and App Store. There's some there I've added there, like Twitter, Dropbox, First Class is my school email. So there's some apps you can add there. As I scroll my finger across the iPad to the left, I can look at another page of apps that I have, and if I scroll my finger across my iPad again, I have some more apps there. So simple, just from page to page of different apps, just swipe your finger across your iPad, and if you have apps on a new page, it will take you to that new page. The bottom part here, where you see my Safari, Mail, Photos, Music, I have a Quick Office that reads documents, and then my First Class app for my school mail. That's a dock that stays stagnant. So you can drag and drop. Just hold down your app, and you can drag it down into that dock area if you want to. Also, as you see here, and how I did that was I just put my finger on an app, and I just held down for a few seconds, and there's the apps start wiggling, and you see the little X there. So if I want to delete an app, I can just hit that X, and it'll ask me if I want to delete. Deleting Dropbox will also delete all of its data. I do not want to do that right now, but you can if you wanted to. So I'm going to hit cancel. To clear out of that, if you don't want them shaking anymore, you can hit your home button here, and you hit your home button, and they stop shaking, and everything goes back to normal. So let's talk about search. I'm going to swipe my finger to the right, and from my home page, from my first page of apps, I'm going to swipe to the right, and it gives me the search menu or the search area, and my keypad pops up. So I want to maybe search for, I got tons of apps, I got some email, I got a bunch of information on my iPad. I don't have time to search for it if I don't remember where it's at. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use my search area to find what I'm looking for. So if I'm looking for a particular app, so let's look for EduCreations. It's a great screencasting app. There'll be a future tutorial on that app, so stay tuned for that. So I just typed in 3 letters of EduCreations and was able to find it. There it is. So all I have to do is click on EduCreations, and it will launch the iPad, or the app, I'm sorry. And so here we are, simple search. I searched for my app that I was looking for. It popped up. Also, I see some email that has edu in it. So if I type more, some of those might go away. So more information sharpens the search. So here we are with EduCreations. But you can see that if you type in certain letters and certain combinations, it finds even through mail, through apps, or anything else on your iPad to help you with your search. So there's the app again, and it launches right into the app. So I can go ahead and start working within that app. So I'm going to hit the home button to get out of my app. And so we're going to go to the settings, and the settings is on my iPad in the lower left of the iPad, it has the gears on it. You can see the 3 teeth gears. So that's your settings, where I'm going to click on that. and it's going to launch into our settings. And so here, this is my general settings. We have about, we have software update. So if there's any software updates, we can do it directly through there. Usage, if it tells me what kind of usage I'm using as far as bandwidth, total storage, that kind of thing. Network, if I'm hooked up to a network, I can connect to a network from here. My wireless. Bluetooth, I can sync to my iTunes. Spotlight search, so that goes with the search area that I just showed you. So you can change that if you want to. If you don't want your iPad searching through everything, you can go ahead and click off of those, and you don't want searching through reminders or messages or however you want it set up. You don't have to have them do that. So you can have your passcode lock. You can put a lock on your iPad, so you need a little passcode to even open up your iPad. You can have that. Multitasking gestures, date and time. So there's several settings here that you can kind of go in and kind of navigate through and change and kind of form it to what you want, your personal settings. So notifications. Notifications are certain apps want to notify you of certain alerts or updates or what have you. You can set them to do just that. So my calendar, I want my calendar to update me when certain events are popping up. I can choose no alert, or I can just have a little banner at the top of my iPad in the new iOS. So if you get the notification, it's at the top of your iPad instead of in the middle like this setting here. So I have my notification center in the middle. And so let's see what else I want to show you. Wallpaper, you can change the wallpaper, the brightness of your iPad. You can go in and select from your camera roll or the pictures that they already have set into your iPad. So if I want to change my home screen to the Earth, I click the Earth so I can have it as my lock screen. The lock screen is the screen that opens up when you want to go into your iPad, and then you have your home screen, and that's the picture behind it when you have your app. So my home screen is the grass area right there, and if I put my iPad to sleep here for a second and I want to open it up and then I slide to unlock, that is my lock screen. So that's the difference there. So I just slide to open up my iPad there. And so now we have our screen. So going back into the settings, and again, these apps here that are listed here, that I'm scrolling up and down, are apps that came with the iPad. So you kind of look at those and change the settings in those. And then here's the apps that I've added, and I can even go into those and change the settings within those apps also. Okay, so some navigation features. One thing that I like is that if I double click the home button, which is located right here, so if I double click that, it lifts up my screen a little bit and it shows me the apps that are running in the background. So this is kind of a quick way to kind of navigate through your iPad. So rather than you want to go back to that, I just had that app open 5 minutes ago, I'm going to go back to it. I don't want to be scrolling through a bunch of pages, so I just double click my home button and it brings up the most recent apps that I've used. So you can see here, I open my educations, I open up my settings recently, so those are the first two are there. So I can quickly navigate back and forth through there. Also, if I slide this taskbar over to the right, I get my iTunes player buttons, which is fast forward, rewind, play. Also, if you have a mirroring feature, I'm mirroring to my computer right now to do the screencast, so I'm mirroring there. And if I swipe one more time back to the left, I come back to my buttons. So again, I can kind of just scroll through those apps that I have open or open in the past, and I can easily have access to those. So I just tap on the screen again, it brings the screen down and back to my front page. Thank you for watching Teacher Technology Tutorials. And this has been an episode on how to get to know your iPad a little better. You can follow me at Jason Saliskar on Twitter. You can check out my website, jasonsaliskar.com, or my other tutorials at jasonsaliskar/tutorials. Again, thank you for watching Teacher Technology. Check out my other tutorials on the website and keep informed with my Twitter at Jason Saliskar for future tutorials coming up on the iPad and other ed technology in the classroom. So thank you again.